Welcome to the Do What You Love podcast, a podcast with a mixture of personal development and career advice to help you reach your full potential. Now over to your host, Life Purpose Champion, Amanda Heal.
Hello and welcome to the Do What You Love podcast. I'm your host, Amanda Heal. I've decided to call this episode, Where There's Life, There's Hope. But I'd like to talk to you about that thing that keeps you going. That thing that makes you get up in the morning. That thing that makes you try again when you feel like quitting. Some people call it hope, resilience, courage, grit, determination. But let's call it hope for today for simplicity. So today I want to offer you 3 tips to build and maintain your hope. Why is hope so important? Shane J. Lopez, PhD, in his book, Making Hope Happen, says that hope is like oxygen. It's something we can't live without. It's the thing that keeps us going, like the examples that I gave earlier. So how can we build hope in times such as these? The first thing you can do to build and maintain hope, well, find a reason to keep going. It could be something that you're passionate about. It could be a dream that you have. To give an extreme example, Witold Pilecki, and I apologise to anyone who is Polish for that pronunciation, he was passionate about having an independent Poland. And he was so passionate about this that during World War II, he joined the resistance and volunteered to be taken to Auschwitz concentration camp so that he could smuggle medicine into the camp and keep in contact with the outside world. Later, after the war, he was arrested by the Communist Party and tortured for 2 years and finally executed. But just before his death, he said that he was able to die with joy in his heart because he had done everything to help his people. For me, the thing that keeps me going is my Christian faith, my faith in God and my wish to do His will. The other thing that keeps me going is my passionate belief that God has created me for a purpose, and that purpose is to inspire and encourage others. The second thing you can do to build and maintain hope is set goals. Big, hairy, audacious goals. But don't just leave those goals like that, because they are big goals, they are stretch goals, and sometimes they can seem a little overwhelming, particularly when times are difficult. So set those goals and then break them down into little bite-sized chunks. As they say, how do you eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time. Eating an elephant is an enormous goal. But if you just break it down into little bite-sized chunks, you can just chip at it a little bit every day, and before you know it, that goal will be achieved. The first experience I had of setting a large goal and breaking it down into bite-sized pieces was when I was preparing to go to Nepal back in 1992. I was a university student and spent most of my time sitting around doing not very much. Not very much physically anyway. I came to the realisation that I had 6 months to get fit, to be able to climb steep hills and lots of steps and such. So I broke that 6-month goal down into days. And I thought, okay, what can I do every day to get fit? So I hired an exercise bike, and after a week I decided I really didn't like the exercise bike. And so I thought, what could I do to best train my body for climbing? And I thought, well, I can hire a Stairmaster. So I hired a Stairmaster, and I started on day 1. Day 1 was 5 minutes. Day 2 was 7 minutes. Day 3 was 9 minutes. And so I just increased that stair goal by 2 minutes every day. And really that wasn't very much. But it was enough to see progress. By November, just before I was due to leave on my trek, I was climbing for 60 minutes, twice a day, carrying a backpack full of cans of dog food. And I was really fit. In my business, I haven't been as good at setting goals and breaking them down. So I've been working with a coach to help me do that. She helped me discover my 3 most important goals and then set steps to achieving them. And I'm gradually working through those steps, and I'm getting there faster than I ever thought I would imagine. If you would like more details about the coach I worked with, I can certainly pass those on. Just message me and I'll let you know. The third thing you can do to build and maintain hope is make sure you've got a good network of people around you. You don't want to be surrounded by people who will bring you down, people who will discourage you. If you have set big, hairy, audacious goals, you need people around you who will encourage you, who will inspire you, who will pick you up when you're down, who will push you when you need a push. So those people can be loved ones, work colleagues, an accountability partner, or even a coach. But beware if your network contains loved ones. Sometimes they will hold you back from reaching your goal because they love you and they want to protect you. And if they see you doing something which they perceive as being overly risky, they may discourage you. So by all means, have loved ones in your network, but be aware that they may not be able to push you and stretch you as much as you need to be. And the final thing I want to say to you is know that you are unique. You have something of great value to give to the world. You are special. You are precious. So find that thing that keeps you going. Build and maintain your hope and reach your goals. Now, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of the Do What You Love podcast. Until next time, have a great day and do what you love.
You've been listening to the Do What You Love podcast with Amanda Heal. Feeling unfulfilled and frustrated and unclear what to do next? Access Amanda's Are You Living Out Your Purpose quiz and resources to get you started on your journey to doing what you love at www.purposevisionfuture.com. That's purposevisionfuture.com.